Hi everyone, it's Kate from Talk About Us Mariscals. I want to talk to you about something today that's incredibly important to myself and my family. It is the last day for Interstitial Cystitis Awareness Month, which is something that I suffer from. So I'll admit I didn't know until last night that this is what the month for awareness. I feel ashamed not to know that since I am a worrier of it. But I'll be honest, it's been really difficult not to talk about it. I don't mind talking about it, but it's been really difficult for me to look up supporters, other people suffering, and more information about it. I just feel defeated and like there's not enough answers, which there aren't. There's a lot of questions, there's a lot of versatility to the disease, but I want to tell you what I do know and how it affects me. So IC is an autoimmune disease. It affects between 3 and 8 million women each year, and it also affects men, but it's half as likely to happen. The autoimmune disease can coincide with endometriosis, which I also have. There's up to an 80% rate. So if you have one, you're 80% more likely to have the other one. I wasn't diagnosed until this last year. I was having so much pain. I was missing my job. I was having to leave work every day. And I thought that it was all due to my endo. Even though I had a partial hysterectomy already, just got my ovaries, so I want to go to menopause. But I found out that although the endo pain was very severe, I was also suffering from ICP a lot. Which, how it crept up on me was I was drinking coffee. So everything that goes into my body affects me differently than, say, it affects my husband. If I eat something with high vitamin C, eat something that is acidic, or say drink coffee, it causes me pain. So as near as 10 minutes from consuming it, my bladder is on fire. It feels like it's swelling up and going to explode, and it is just engulfed in flames. There's a pulling and a twisting feeling that comes along with it, and the worst for me is when it goes in my back. It's like each vertebrae is just disintegrating and on fire, and like someone's taking a knife and just jabbing it in there to help my vertebrae smush up faster. I don't know. So from what you can get, it's definitely not pleasant. Even on good days anymore, the pain's still there. It just, instead of feeling like I'm gonna crumble at any moment, it's just kind of brewing along. So when I have to go to the bathroom, do you know that feeling when you need to go and your bladder is like, you feel like you're just gonna explode any second? You have to pee so bad that it hurts. That's how I started to feel, because I was drinking coffee every morning and I hadn't been doing that before. So every time my bladder would really start to hurt, and then I'd go to the bathroom and oh my God, it felt even worse when I was peeing. And then afterwards, it was like this cramping would come along and it would not stop. And every time I went to the bathroom, it was like that. And even though I was drinking water like I always do, and I should have been going to the bathroom about the same amount of time, the pain was getting so bad that even if I only had to do like 3 drops, I was in that much pain. So I went to the doctor and found out the truth. I have interstitial cystitis as well as endometriosis, and this is an incurable disease that I'm going to have to live with for the rest of my life. It means that I have to change my diet. There are very few things during an elimination diet that I can eat, and it's going to take a very long time to find out what upsets my body and what doesn't. It also means that I was in physical therapy, pelvic floor physical therapy that I had done before. I did again. Most women with this disease, or many, they lose function of their bladder, being able to hold it in, so they become incontinent. And along with the frequency and different things, the pelvic floor physical therapy helps to retrain your bladder. I was in it for different reasons, to help my abdominal muscles, my pelvic muscles. Don't have an incontinence problem yet, thank goodness, but this can't hurt. My physical therapist was amazing. Unfortunately, I came out with about the same amount of pain that I went in with. But if you haven't tried it and you have IC or endo, go, because with my endo pain before, it made amazing differences, and especially in my sexual life. So on to that. My husband and I are 33 years old. We have 4 kids, and we haven't been able to have a normal sex life in probably 8 years. The pain started even when I was in high school. I had pain, didn't know it from, and it just got worse and worse with each kid. So even if I wear tight pants, or pants that aren't necessarily tight but push on my pelvis or my abdomen a certain way, I am in pain. So imagine trying to have sex like that. It's extremely difficult, frustrating, and just mentally and emotionally exhausting. It's very hard to have a marriage and intimacy with something like this because it changes every moment of it. There's many times when Julio and I actually have time together without the kids, and it's hard just to get in the mood because I'm hurting, and I don't want to disappoint him, and I don't want to disappoint me, but the thought of being able to get there and then just to have it crumble in tears and me hours in the bed, it's like this cloud that won't leave. So it's hard to talk about it and not to burst out in tears. But I want you to become more aware of it, and I also want you to become, there are so many posts that I've seen about people that, you know, I went to the grocery store and somebody parked in the handicap spot and they weren't even disabled, they were walking fine. IC and endo are one of those diseases that we will look completely fine from the outside. We will walk. We will talk. We will be able to use all of our body parts. But there are some days that I couldn't make it from my handicap spot even to the front door. There are times that we plan to take the kids to the movies or to the park or where have you. And even with Julio dropping me off 15 feet from where I needed to be, I couldn't do it because of the pain. I had to quit my full-time job. 50% of people suffering from IC cannot work full-time. So I left my nursing job with amazing kids that I loved and the best coworkers that are literally changing the world every day because of this disease. Whether you have it, or if you've ever heard of it or not, or if you know someone who has it, this is the time to stand up and to give love to other people and to learn about the disease. Don't be like me. Don't be afraid to look it up or to reach out to people, or be afraid to get support, because we all deserve that love and support. And the only way that we're going to be able to make change is to act. Be an advocate, be an activist, and get out there. If you have questions about it, about me, about anything, send me a message, ask, spread love. Do you know me? That's a big one. Thanks for listening.